Anybody home? Is there anybody home? If you're here, can I see your comments? Let me know that I'm not the only one here. Are you here? Can I see your comments? If you're here, say yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can I see you? Who is ready to learn how to build resilience? Who is ready? Okay, who is ready to build resilience? I want to be sure you're ready before I begin, all right? Who's ready? Okay, let me go through the comments. I can see Henrietta. She says, yes, I'm here. Is she the only one here? Let me see. Let me see. I'm here. Say, I am here. All right. Please go and call everybody that needs this webinar or this free training. All right. Because at the end of this training, it's not going to be free anymore. So please call them. Those people that have been telling you they want to build resilience, those people that need this webinar, need this training, go and call them, because after this particular teaching, the replays are not going to be available for free anymore. So please call them, call those people that you love. Share the link with them and call them, okay? Share the link with them and call them. Tell them to come, that we have started. Oh, tell them we have started. All right. Okay, Adiola says, I'm here. All right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'll give like the next 2 minutes before I start. For those who do not take advantage of this, they would have to pay for this. So please call them. Call them. Tell them to come. Tell them to come. It is time to build resilience. It is time to build resilience. And those that are here, please let me know, what is resilience? What do you understand by resilience? What is resilience? What have you ever heard the word before? And what does it mean? Please let me know. Please let me know. You're welcome, Adiola. Yes, I'm really, really excited to teach on resilience, something I'm known for, something I've always taught and coached people on. And I'm happy to be coaching and teaching today on resilience, okay? So please let me know, what is resilience? What do you understand by resilience? What does it mean to you? What does resilience mean? Let me know. I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your comments. When I see your comments, I will know you're here. Okay, I'm waiting. What is resilience? What is resilience? What do you understand by resilience? What is resilience? I am waiting. I am waiting. What is resilience? What is resilience? Do you know what resilience is? I need to know if I have the right audience here. Do you know what resilience is? What does resilience mean? What does it mean? Anybody? Anybody? What does resilience mean? Henrietta says the ability to recover from difficulties. Okay, anybody else with a different definition? The ability to recover from difficulties. Anybody else? Folashade says ability to withstand pressure and still stand. I love it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. If you're here, declare your presence. Let me know that you're here. And I'm going to know by your comments. So by your comments, I shall know that you're here. All right. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'll take one more and then I'll proceed. I'll take one more and I'll proceed. Who would that be? Who would that be? What is resilience? What is resilience? What is resilience? I'm waiting for you. What is resilience? I'm waiting. If you know what resilience is, type it in the comments. Let me see your comment. If you know what resilience is, type it in the comments. I want to see your comment. I want to see your comment, all right? Henrietta says the ability to recover from difficulties. Folashade says ability to withstand pressure and still stand. Adeola says having staying power. Awesome, awesome. So I'll just go right into it right now. I believe that we all have an idea of what resilience is, right? I believe we all have an idea, but the question is how to build it. So, according to psychology today, resilience is that ineffable quality that allows some people to be knocked down by life and come back stronger than ever, rather than allowing failure overcome them and draining their resolve. They find a way to rise from the ashes. I really love this particular definition. There are a lot of definitions, right? And all the definitions were correct, right? But I love this definition because it talks about finding a way out and, not allowing failure overcome you. It's that quality, it's that skill that allows people that are knocked down to bounce back, right? So it is, in a summary, the ability and tendency to bounce back, all right? If you've ever been faced with adversity at any point in your life, please, I want you to signify. I want you to signify if you've ever faced any challenge or what I call strong thing. If you've seen strong thing before in your life, or you faced any kind of difficulty, just say yes in the comments. Say yes in the comments. Say yes in the comments. I want to be aware. I want to know whether you have actually faced any difficulty before, right? If you've ever faced any difficulty in your life at some point, at any point in your life, or currently, or any time. Yeah, I can see Adeola's hand. Anybody else? My hands are up. My hands are up because I have faced difficulties and adversities that should have killed me, but I became stronger. I bounced back. In fact, I should be called the bounce back queen, because when I see challenges, I'm like, oh, really? Okay, bring it on. Bring it on. But it took me, years to be able to build it. And just to be able to give you a background about my background, I'll just let you know how I was able to build resilience, or how I found myself, into this kind of resilient person that people talk about and say you're so resilient. And I remember one time I did a Google form, like a survey form, and I sent it to some people, and I said, what is the one word that describes me? And one word that stood out was resilience and courage. And I was like, wow. So I want to just share with you, in case some people are wondering, how am I going to build resilience? Is it possible for people like me to build resilience? If it's not for people like me, I don't have strength for wahala, I don't have strength for challenges, or I don't like stress in any way, I beg go and here. So I'll just give you a quick background, right? So I like to think I was born resilient, though. I feel like God gave me a resilient spirit because of my work on earth, because of my destiny, and because of all the things that I would have had to deal with, or I have to deal with in the line of my purpose and calling. I strongly believe that. And the reason is because right from when I was a child, and things will happen to other children and they will cower, I'll be like, no, let's face it. I came to this earth with courage. I was so bold that even in primary school, people, all these, you see my classmates, they'll be afraid. Teacher will come in, they will not want to ask questions, they will just be timid in a way. But I was always the one that would say, no, this is not right. I'll be the one that will say, I have a question. When anybody else doesn't want to talk, I'm the one that will open my mouth and talk, right from when I was a child. That's how, I grew up to find myself, right? Being resilient. But one of the things that really built it for me was when I started to face challenges as a child. I started to have to deal with things in the house, responsibilities. I'm finishing one task, I'm going to the other task. I'm done with that task, another task is waiting for me. So all those things were building me. And I didn't know at that time, I just felt like, what kind of house is this? Am I the only one doing all of this? But the advantage of all of that happened is that I actually built resilience for my destiny. And even though then people run away from the work and say, yes, leave it for any for men, but what it did was it actually helped me build resilience, right? So I came into resilience at a very tender age. I started to, at that point, I may not have known it was resilience, but everything that happened to me in my life built me up to be resilient. Everything. I became strong and dogged, right? I just knew that whatever the challenge was, I could face it and embrace it. I hardly got tired, right? Even when I'm sick, or even back then, I know my mom will tell me, go and do this. I'm sick, oh, I will still go and do it, and I will do it, and nothing like. I believe that I was born resilient, but over time, I built resilience through challenges. So one of the ways to build resilience is through challenges. So if you're the kind of person that has been running away from challenges, and every time you see challenges, you go all murmuring, complaining, you're so stressed out, you lose your cool, you lose your calm, you really need to build resilience, and you need to start asking the right questions. So I would just go right ahead and teach you what I have for today. Okay, who's excited to learn? Who is excited to learn? I want to see it in the comments. Who's excited to learn, right? So, you know, when you have a skill and then you actually you didn't know it was a skill, right? You now discover that, oh, this is actually a skill. That's how it was for me. I just had it. And later I discovered that, oh, wow, this thing is actually, you know, a skill and people need this thing, right? So that's when I started to coach people on resilience and really, really help them. Okay. Are we still here? Are we still here? We are. Okay, I can see. Okay. So I want to debunk a myth, right? That resilience is for some particular people. It's not. Everyone is resilient. Everyone is resilient. I want you to know this. Everyone is resilient. So I want you to put it in the comments. Say, I am resilient. I need it to sink, first of all. Just write it there. I will explain why later. Everyone is born resilient. Everyone. Everyone has a stint, or at least a measure of resilience. It's just that some people are more resilient, right? So the difference between those who are more resilient and those who are not is their response to challenges or setbacks. Somebody type response. Type response. 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 There is an equation that I learned from one of my bosses, and it is that E plus R equals O. Event plus response equals outcome. Something happens to you, the way you respond to it will determine the outcome of that thing that happened to you or happens to you, right? At the end of the day, we might not be able to choose the event, but we can choose our response. And if we can choose our response, the likelihood that we get the outcome we desire is very, very high. And resilience is one way that you can do that. Really, you are resilient. I need you to settle this in your mind. You are resilient. It's just that maybe you've been responding to challenges in a way that has made your resilience to drop, or has reduced your resilience, or has not helped you or enabled you to build resilience, right? There's a saying that life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we respond to it. So the way you respond to a challenging situation is the degree of resilience you have. Can someone type that out? The way you respond to a challenging situation is the degree of resilience that you have. Some people cannot even take as little as maybe their shirt is missing. Like, oh my God, my shirt is missing. Oh my God. And they start sweating. They become frantic. Some people cannot even stand being hungry for 10 minutes. Are you in the audience? If they are hungry, they're like, man, they will shout, they will scatter everywhere, throw tantrums. Some people cannot hold on for 1 hour. They can't wait. They're like, while some can go, you know, for more hours. Some people cannot even wait. When they're hungry, they can eat anything, like they would, anything in their way, they will destroy it. While some people can go for days without food. But one thing is certain, resilience can be built. And every time you go through a challenge, you are actually building resilience in it. When you stay in it, grow in it, grow through it, right? Grow through it and learn the lessons. You are actually building resilience. So if a person who cannot stay without food for 10 minutes, you know, manages to stay for 10 minutes today, and then tomorrow, another 10 minutes, next tomorrow, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, it will not be surprising to see such a person stay without food for 1 hour after 7 days, because that person has been building resilience for every time they have stayed without food. Another example would be lifting weights. How many of us go to the gym? How many of us have heard of seeing people that actually gym, even if you haven't gone to the gym, right? You know, when you go to the gym for the first time and ask for the heaviest weight, what will happen to you? You won't be able to lift it, right? But if you start from the list, as you build up and you increase the weight, you are building your muscles and everything. That is how it is with resilience. So every time you have run away from challenges, you have denied yourself of building resilience. And I want to believe that it takes resilience to even give birth to a baby. I believe that every pregnant woman builds resilience from the day she conceives to the day she sees the baby. Do we agree? Because it's not easy to carry a baby for 9 months. And I believe that the resilience she built while pregnant comes in handy in her motherhood journey, right? So it is really not for some particular set of people, right? It's not for some set of people. That's the truth. And if we're going to look at a pregnant woman as an example, just imagine a pregnant woman going to the doctor every time she has cramps. Any small pain, she's with the doctor. Any small pain, she's with the doctor, right? But the mere fact that she bears that inconvenience of carrying her baby in her womb till she actually carries the baby in her hands shows that she can handle anything that comes her way. Just imagine someone coming to beat the child or the child having sickness. I carried this child. Oh, mom, let's go to the hospital. This is my child, because she has carried that child. So when you stay with challenges that come to you, because challenges do not come to kill you, you need to understand this. You cannot be trying to build resilience and always running away from challenges. Resilient people do not run away from challenges. They face it and they conquer it. Challenges run from them. I can tell you, challenges run from me. Because if I get you as a challenge, I will suck the lessons. I will take you. I'll say, what did you come for? What are you coming to do? I will learn the lessons. I will use it. I will grow. I will increase. Challenges. They are afraid of me. And I love when I see challenges. I'm like, okay, I embrace them, right? You need to understand that every challenge is temporary. They are. You know, I'm a Christian, and the Bible says that our light affliction is for a moment. That it doesn't look temporary, it doesn't mean it's not. You can choose to see every challenge you encounter as a pregnancy, for example. Actually, the standard duration of any pregnancy is 9 months, right? And for anyone who wishes to hold their baby in their hand, there's a way to carry the pregnancy. There's a disposition to have. There's a resolution that you can make in your heart that will give you the right stamina, the right courage, the right energy to carry that pregnancy till full term. That's exactly how it is with challenges. Every challenge has a cycle. I hope we're here. Every challenge has a cycle. It has a cycle. It's not going to last forever. But your response will determine how long it will last. Your response is what will determine how long it will last. I can go through a challenge and I figure a way out of it like in 5 seconds. You can go through a challenge and your response will make you stay there for 5 hours. It's just really about our responses, right? It's really about our responses. Are we following? I need to be sure that you're here. Are we following? Are we following? If you're following, say following. Okay? So there's a way to approach challenges. There is a way. There is a way. I want to just put some foundation before as we go deeper. So what I'm talking about now is describing resilience, what resilience is and how you can be able to approach it with the right kind of thinking. Okay? So there is a way that you approach challenges and you come out stronger and you come out better. Smiling with your baby at the end. What is your baby? I ask you today. What is your baby? What is your baby? What is that baby that you want to carry from the things you have been through, right? Because you see, your lessons and everything that came with it, those things are your babies. When you go through a challenge, you are actually, getting pregnant with new knowledge, new experiences. You're growing on the inside, even though you can't see it, right? So the lessons from your pain, your challenges, and everything that came with it, your relationships, those things are part of the baby that you carry when you are done with your challenges after this cycle. Now, another thing I want you to know about resilience is that resilience is a process. Hey, can we loud it at the back? Resilience is a process. It is a process. It's not, oh, let me lay hands on you. Be resilient. Receive it. Receive it. No, 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 no. Resilience is a process. It is a process. Can we type it in the comments? Resilience is a process. Can we type it in the comments? I need you to understand this thing. You don't build resilience in one day. Resilience is built through challenges and tough times. There's a saying that tough times do not last, but tough people do. That's so correct. For every time you have tried one more time, somebody say one more time. Somebody say one more time. For every time you say, okay, I've been knocked down, but I will live again. You see, living again is a journey. And in your journey through life, there will be many times that things will happen to you that you would have to get back up again. You would need to pick yourself up. Even when you succeed now and you start living again in your career, sometimes life can knock you down in the area of marriage, for instance. You can get back up there. Life can knock you down in the area of finances. You get back up, life knocks you down in the area of your mind. You get back up and then life knocks you down in the area of something else. So resilience is a skill that you need to have, because in the journey of your life, because life is in cycles and levels and phases and stages, there will be times where you need to be a beginner or start afresh in a particular period of your life. Maybe that is a new job, for instance. You need to build resilience for that job, right? So you cannot afford not to be resilient. It is too costly. It is too costly, right? It is too costly not to be resilient, especially in times that we live in. For every time you choose hope against hopelessness, you are becoming resilient. So can you see that you're resilient now? Because there are times when you've chosen hope against hopelessness. There are times where you've tried one more time. For example, saying, I will live again. That's you trying one more time to do life one more time. You know what? I'm going to try it again. For every time you decide not to give up, you are becoming more resilient. It is in your best interest to stick it through tough times than run away from tough times. Can I say it again? It is in your best interest to stick it through tough times than run away from tough times. Remember, like I said, tough times do not last. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. So if you are going to last in this lifetime, you must build resilience so that the tough times will not swallow you up. Rather, you will swallow up the tough times. Who wants to swallow up the tough times? 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 Who wants to? Who wants to? I love being resilient. And if you encounter me, you will know that I'm a very resilient person. I'm a very resilient person. But like I said, I built it over the years. Over the years. It's not easy. But if you want to be able to go through life and be a winner every single time, every single time, then you need to build resilience. All right. So let me see if I can share my screen a bit. Don't know if that will be possible. Okay, I think it should be. Okay. This is what I want to share, but I don't know if it is sharing. Please, if you're here, let me know that you're here. Okay. So I don't know what is sharing. This is what I want to share, but I think something else is sharing. Okay. Right now I'm still on what resilience is. Someone is saying, okay, I can see you. Oge says resilience helps you win every single time. Yes, it does. It does. I'm trying to share my screen. I just want us to see the learning objectives of this. Okay, so they say it's easy to share when you have two monitors. Is that what I'm seeing here? Give me a moment. Oh. Are we still here? Okay. Share. Can you let me know if you can see my screen? So these are our learning objectives for today. What resilience is, what resilience is not. For example, trying to share this slide or screen and the thing not responding, that is resilience. At the last concluded Live Again Summit, I mistakenly ended the broadcast. Somebody distracted me and I ended the broadcast, right? And I could have just said, you know what, let's just go home. Yeah, day two. So, because I was actually ready by 3 o'clock, I was supposed to click start and I clicked end. So just imagine that I did not have resilience that day. I could have just said, okay, let me just, man, and then lost my mind, right? Even when there was so much noise around where I was, I just told myself that, you know what, we're going to have fun while at it, right? Because for me, I've so grown when it comes to challenges that when challenges come, I try to see, okay, what can I do about this challenge? Okay, I can respond, right? I can respond, and my response has to be positive, and I take that stand, right? So today we're talking about what resilience is, what resilience is not. We've dwelt a lot on what resilience is. Let's go to what resilience is not. What resilience is not. Resilience is not odeshi. It's not you denying the challenge and say, this thing. Denial is not resilience. In fact, for you to be able to build resilience, you have to accept challenges for what it is. You have to accept whatever, when something happens to you, you take it for what it is and say, okay, now. So now, how do I now navigate through this particular challenge, right? Resilience is not audacious. It's not audacious. It's not let me bear it. Let me cope. Resilience is not any of those things. It's not trying to pretend to be strong. Resilience is not trying to pretend to be strong. No, resilience is being strong. And one way to be strong is to tell yourself the truth. Type it in the comments. Tell yourself the truth. Some of us live in denial a lot. Resilience is not solitude. You now go and separate yourself and stay in one place and you are sad, you are this, I want to be alone. I just want to be alone. They say they're not resilient. If you are always looking for how to be alone, every time I want to be alone, you're not resilient. Because driving everyone away so you can be alone is not how to be resilient. In fact, as you would see as we proceed on how to build resilience, you will see that we need people to build resilience. We need people to be resilient. Yes, there are times when you really need your space to bounce back, yeah. But if you're needing your space, it's going to make you worse. But you are pretending to be strong. That is not resilience. Resilience is not audacious. Let me chest. Resilience sometimes can be you knowing when to give up and say, you know what, I've had enough. Resilience is knowing yourself enough to know when you are stressed and when you need rest. Knowing when you need to stop, knowing when you need to continue, knowing when you need to rest a bit. That is resilience. So resilience is not forming strong and going through life alone. Resilience is not asking for help when you need it. For example, if you ask for help, doesn't mean you're not resilient. Just trying to debunk some of the myths. Resilience is not you see that you need help, you are there forming strong. No. That's not resilience. All right. That is not resilience. All right. So the next learning point, what resilience is not, we're done with that. And now the importance of building resilience. Why should we build resilience? Can somebody tell me in the comments? Why is it important for us to build resilience? With everything I've shared with you, with everything that you know resilience to be, why is it important to build resilience? Why do we need it? Why can't we just say, okay, let's just, we're going to be all right? Why do we need to build resilience? Why? I want to hear from you. It's not a one-man show. Not a one-man show, right? It's not a one-man show. You are resilient when you adjust. You adjust to difficulties. You adjust. You take it as part of life and you deal with it with a strong heart and with a winning approach. You're resilient when you are rebuilding what was broken. You know that something is broken, but you're ready to rebuild it. You're resilient when you survive and heal after a major setback. You're resilient when you keep going no matter what. Yes, no matter what. I'll talk about the mindset for resilience, but I want to be sure that we're following here. Why is it important to build resilience? So that we can live again and win. All right. I love it. Anybody else? So that we can live again and win. So that we can live again. Do you know you cannot fulfill your purpose if you're not resilient? For you to fulfill purpose, you must be resilient. It's a must. It's a must. All right. So the importance of building resilience is so that we can, as Oge said, live again and win. And so that those that are tied to us can also live and win. Right? If you just imagine that your mom gave up when she was trying to give birth to you and she decided not to push again. Just imagine. Just imagine that. Okay? Adeola says, tell yourself the truth. Okay, nice. It looks like the video is lagging from your end. What I'm asking currently is, why is it important to build resilience? So that we can, be stronger. Lunike says, so that we can be stronger in the face of coming challenges. Awesome. I love it. Keep it coming. All right. So it's really for you. You're building resilience for you. And everybody else that's going to benefit from that's going to benefit after you yourself have now decided that, you know what, I'm going to take this challenge and I'm going to run with everything that God has given me. I'm going to milk it. I'm going to, you see, in the Lamb tribe, one of the things that I want to achieve is that I want to build your mind. There are nuggets and there are lessons to glean from your experiences. There are. So when you're a resilient person, or when you now know how to build resilience, you will be able to bring out the lessons from your experiences. You'll be able to bring them out. And in fact, when you see the challenges, you'll be like, oh, wow, my friend, welcome. Welcome. Now, what did you bring for me? I'm telling you. And I'm not saying it because I am trying to teach on it, right? Adeola says that isolation is not resilience. I tell you, people make that mistake because I want to show that I'm strong. No, don't show you are strong. Be strong. And you become strong as you go through life's challenges. You don't become strong because you just said, I'm strong. I'm strong is one of those affirmations that needs practical to back it up. So as you say I'm strong, you receive the strength. As you say I'm strong, you now need to put that strength to work so that you can build resilience. Adeola says it's the only way to grow. Yes, it's the only way to grow. It's the only way. It takes a child that is crawling, right, and trying to walk. It takes resilience. It takes resilience for a crawling child to be a walking child. It takes resilience for a walking child to be a running child. It takes resilience for a running child to be a flying child. So you need resilience at every level of life. It is such a critical skill. Even in your workplace, if you have resilience and you go and approach a customer and the customer says, you know what, I'm not buying. Resilience is what will make you to go again. It will make you to go again. It will make you to go again. So recently I went to a bank to go and get my ATM card back, right? And before then, I've been losing my ATM cards, really. And I was wondering, like, why is this happening? So I said I was not going to get an ATM card until I fixed that. I wanted to fix why I was losing the card. And when I was done fixing it, I went to the bank and applied for an ATM card. Now, they told me to go and produce the card myself in their ATM gallery. And I was wondering how. I had never done it before. But one thing about me is I never say no. I never say I can't. I never say, oh, this thing's going to kill me. No, I always approach everything with a positive attitude. So I went there and I was able to do it. But when I did it, they didn't give me the card. They didn't give me the card, right? They didn't give it to me. They told me I needed to do something else. It declined my request. But I said to myself, I have to do it again. And I did it again and I got the card and I was like, yes. And I was like, this is resilience. If I had said, this thing is not working, let me just go. Give me a second. Okay. So if I had said that, this thing is not working, let me just go. How many opportunities have you lost like that because you just felt it's not working? This thing can't work. This thing is not good. Resilience is a skill. As you grow in it, you would see when you need to. Giving up is actually a skill. It's resilience is knowing when to give up and knowing when not to give up. But it's something that you build as you proceed. All right. Okay. Now let's go to the mindset for resilience. What is the mindset? What kind of mindset do you need to have to be resilient? And how do you build that mindset? For me, one of the things that has helped me build resilience over the years is the Word of God. As a Christian, my Bible is one of my best tools for resilience. And I strongly believe that resilience is really, really, really anchored in faith, in what you believe. I believe that because when you believe something, you would go for it, whether there are challenges or not. It's like maybe Dangote telling you to come and pick a check of $1 million or $3 billion. And you're going and you see there's traffic on the way, it starts to rain, and somebody hits your car and you face several obstacles. What will you do? Will you turn back? He gave you a time. He told you it is 12 o'clock, come and collect $1 billion or $3 billion. Would you give up? Would you go back home? Please tell me in the comments. I want to see it. Will you say, you know what? I'm tired. I'm done. Right? What would you do? What would you do? Please let me know. What would you do? I'm looking out for your comments. What would you do if Dangote told you to come to his office to pick up a check in dollars, millions or billions of dollars? What would you do? I'm waiting. I'm not going to speak anymore if I don't see your comments. I need to know you're here. What would you do? What would you do? Would you turn back? Would you park the car? Would you say, you know what, let's just wait when the rain stops? We got there. This place, we reach there today. It doesn't matter who, village people or not. What would you do? What would you do? Olunike says, nope, I'm not giving up. Oh, I'm waiting for more comments. I'm waiting for more comments. Will you just turn back and say, you know what, I'm going? Why? And why are you not giving up? I need to know your why. As you're typing it, please tell me, why are you choosing to stay the course, irrespective of the obstacles? Adiola says, I'll find a way. Oh, Ogechi says, I'll keep going. So one of the ways to be able to build resilience is belief. What do you believe? What do you believe? What do you believe as a person? You need to evaluate your belief system. Some of you have limiting beliefs. Every time somebody, you call someone, they don't pick their call, you say, you know what, it's me, I'm disturbing them. You don't try again because you feel like the person, just because of your own limiting beliefs inside. Or you have a relationship and you feel like all men are cheats. Or you are working and somebody, you just feel like you don't know anything. In your office, you are the least. You are the least in your office. So what do I know? If you've been saying, what do I know? Please stop it. Please stop it. Believe. You believe that Dangote will give you that money. That's why, even if there's traffic, you don't even mind going to go and pay a police officer to come and clear that traffic. As in, that's how strong your belief is. Faith anchors resilience. It's one of the anchors of resilience. And faith is belief. Believe either in God, in something or anything. You must have an anchor. What is your anchor? What do you believe? Hey, this one, is a game changer. You must believe. So let's take a little while to evaluate your beliefs. What do you believe? Ask yourself, what do I believe? Call your name. What do I believe? Who put the belief there? Where did it come from? How did I start believing this thing? Who made it a law? Is it the truth? You need to start questioning your beliefs, because when you believe something, it's like me now. I know that, hey, I can't fail. I can't fail. It's not negotiable. I can't fail. And if I fail, I would take that failure and learn from it. So it is no longer going to be a failure to me. In fact, it is actually a route to my success. And that's how I see failure. I see failure as a road, I'm just on the road. somewhere. So, okay, I failed and I can learn from it and become better. And I don't look at myself as a failure. I separate the what happened from me. So faith is an anchor. What do you believe? I believe that I'm the light of the world. I believe that the fire of God burns in me and spreads to everyone who encounters me. I believe that I'm a person of value. And when I spend 5 minutes with you, you'll be happy for it. These are my beliefs. I believe that challenges have not come to kill me, right? So there is a mindset to have, and it really comes from what you believe. Because if you want to build your mindset for resilience and you don't believe what you're saying, then it is fake and it won't have weight. It is fake and it won't have weight. So there are mindsets for resilience. And one of my mindsets for resilience that I'm going to share with you is that there is always a way out. I mean, I was in a boot camp 2 years ago by Fela Durotoye. And when they said we should close our eyes, and the first word that comes to us, that word is who we are. What I heard clearly was Waymaker. Waymaker. And that is when I sat down and started analyzing and said, why would I hear Waymaker? I'm the kind of person that if you come to me with any problem, don't bring that problem to me. If you bring it to me, hey, I must find a solution. There must be a way out. I don't take no for an answer. I'm like, okay, let's try this. It doesn't. Let's try that. It doesn't. Let's try this. And before you know, I figured it out. I have figured it out. That is just me. I believe there is always a way out. And every time I find a way out, even the Bible says that God is able to make a way of escape. Which is why I love the Bible so much when it comes to resilience. If you're looking to build resilience, you need faith. And for me, my faith is in God. And because I have tested God and seen that God is infallible, God does not fail. I anchor my faith on the scriptures. I anchor my faith on scriptures like the righteous will fall 7 times and 7 times the righteous will get back up. Like, where is the challenge? Where is it? Where are you coming from? Do you understand me? The way of the righteous is upward. These are the things that I fill my head and my mind with. These are the things I anchor my beliefs on. The word of God. So it's really, there is always a way out. And that's my belief, right? That's my belief. That is my belief. Another mindset builder for resilience is that I can do all things. I can do all things, right? I can do all things. I have all things. I'm more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Christ. These are the things I say to myself. So in your mindset for resilience, there are certain things that you need to start saying because your mindset is connected to what you believe and your words. To what you believe and your words, right? It is really, really important. It is really important. You wake up in the morning, do you believe that whatever you see, there is this picture that I had growing up. I was used to seeing this in our parlor, and it says that today, there is nothing that will happen to me today that God and I cannot handle. And I grew up seeing that. What is the thing that wants to happen today? Wait, what's that thing? Are you getting what I'm saying? So even if you want to build affirmations, you need to understand that your affirmations are tied to your belief. The reason why your affirmation will have power is because of your belief. I am resilient. I said we should say that earlier. Please say it where you are. Shout it. I am resilient. I am resilient. You're building the mindset as you're saying it. I am resilient. I know who I am. I'm not easily faced by circumstances. I'm a creator. My mistakes do not define me. I have the mind of Christ. I do not run away from challenges. Challenges run away from me. I run through troops. I leap over walls. I am born of God. I overcome the world. I am more than a conqueror. Whatever happens, there is always a way out. I will always find a way out. I never give up. I don't faint in adversity. I am built in adversity. These are some of the things that you can start saying to be able to build a resilient mindset. The challenge has not come to kill me, but to make me stronger. I am stronger for this. I'm stronger in this. I have everything it takes to go through this and come out of it stronger. You say things like, I can't kill myself. I can't kill myself. I can't kill myself. Yes, you shouldn't kill yourself, but sometimes you need to kill yourself. That's a story for another day. You need to kill yourself. You need to even die. So you must avoid saying things that would reduce your resilience, things that sap out the energy from you. Oh, God. Or you see your friend and say, oh, my own is finished. Oh, it is finished. Ah, Modaron, via Yoruba. Ah, Mogbe. Ah, all those things that we say. We see all sorts on social media and the world at large. Right? But you need to understand that if you want to build resilience, you can't speak like everybody else. You can't talk like everybody else. You can't have the same beliefs that everybody else has. They will cower at challenges because their beliefs are wrong in the first place. They will cower. All right. So these are the ways to build your mindset for resilience. Have a new mindset, and it should really come from what you believe. And if your belief is wrong, then reformat your belief. If you're a Christian, take the word of God and put your belief side by side. Okay, which one will give way? Ah, this one I have to trash it. And trash it. One thing I always tell people to do whenever I coach people on beliefs is write all your beliefs in a paper that are negative, right? Write the negative, the limiting beliefs in a paper. And when you're done, you burn them. Take them somewhere, put matches and burn them. Burn them. Or step on them and say, from today, these beliefs, I no longer have these beliefs. See, you need to be, when you're resilient, you are strong mentally. You are able to do things that ordinary people cannot do. But it's a process. So as you do these exercises now, you would now begin to see that you will become more and more resilient, and you'll be building your resilience, right? I'm going to share a resilience assessment for those who are here or those who have made it to this stream. All right. I'm going to share an assessment where you would assess yourself and see how resilient you are. And then I would do, with your score, I would coach you on, what you can do after that to be able to build your resilience more than what it is. Like I said, everybody is resilient. All right. I can see Ogechi typing, develop a new mindset, a winning mindset is so important. You can't be resilient if your mindset is not resilient. So you need to understand that your mindset is what will help you to be resilient. And it really comes from what you believe, right? So I would go quickly to the 5 pillars of resilience. It's not going to be a long teaching. We've already spent 15 minutes. So in the next 30 minutes, we should be out of here, if not 15. Okay. So are we learning? What have you learned so far? Before I go into the pillars of resilience, tell me if you're here. What have you learned so far? What have you learned so far? What was your aha moment so far? Type it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Okay. Type it. Let me see. What have you learned so far? Have you learned any new thing on resilience? Is there anything that you've learned that you really love? Lotus says, intentionally reject the limiting beliefs. Thank you very much for sharing. Anybody else? Intentionally. It's not something that happens to you. It's something that you happen to. She says, identify and reject them. Identify them. Where did this come from? Was I born this way? Who sold this belief to me? Who told me that I'm weak? Who told me that I'm lazy? Who told me that I can't amount to anything? Who told me that I'm going to die? That this challenge will kill me? Who sold it to me? All right. Shayo says, I have to reevaluate it. Hey, this one, you can't be resilient if you don't evaluate your beliefs, right? Adiola says resilience can be built. Yes, it can be built for every time you go through, because we live in a generation that just wants to just, oh, let's just get there. God, when? But for you to be able to be resilient, you need to go through. And if you go through resilience or you build resilience in the area of your career, for example, you can take that resilience and apply it to your motherhood journey. If you build that in motherhood, you can take it, apply it to your business. If the business wants to fail or it fails, you can start again. There are people who have had failed businesses and they said that I'm not going to do business again. They're just existing in the area of business. They're not living again. And anytime you talk to them about living again and trying again in their business, they're like, you know what? It's not for people like us. No way. Those are the kind of beliefs you need to trash, right? You need to trash them. Shayo says, I have to reevaluate my beliefs. Ogechi says, I have learned to debunk all limiting and negative mindsets. Ogechi also says that everyone is resilient. It's just the degree of resilience that differs, right? Thank you very much for sharing. Let's go to the 5 pillars of resilience. And this one will take our time, but I'll try as much as possible to be as fast as possible. So number 1 pillar of resilience is self-awareness. Self-awareness. This pillar is really, really strong. And I really want us to take what we're learning here very seriously. If you take it, you would never cower at challenges. Instead, after this class, you would go back to your challenges and you would take all the lessons from there and you begin to run. All right? Number 1, self-awareness. The first pillar of resilience is self-awareness. Hey, this one is important, to know who you are. And most times we look for who we are outside. But the truth is that who you are is inside you. Who you are. Do you get what I'm saying? There is, self-awareness is really a combination of who you are, what you are, how you are, and a combination of your giftings, your talents, a combination of knowing your personality. Do you get what I mean? It is really, really, really critical. It is critical. It is critical. Can I ask you, who are you? And I don't want you to type, I'm a banker, I'm a lawyer, I'm a mother. I don't want those things. Those are not who you are. Do you know who you are? How well do you know yourself? Do you know your strengths? Do you know your weaknesses? Or what we call emotional intelligence, your growth areas? Do you know when you're tired? Do you know when you need to rest? Do you know what takes your energy? Do you know what to do to get your energy back? Do you know what causes anxiety in you? What are your fears? What are your concerns? How do you handle crisis? When do you function best? Is it morning, afternoon, evening, daytime, nighttime? Can you function well if you've not eaten? Does too much food make you sleep or make you lazy? Because you see, you can't build resilience if you don't know yourself. If you don't know who you are, you will jump at every opportunity and every challenge that comes, you'll be like, hey, because you don't know who you are. Resilience, like I said earlier, is knowing yourself enough to know when you are stressed, when you need to rest, when you need to stop, when you need to continue. You cannot say, I can't keep myself. I beg, let me do this. Or then you're not resting, then you don't know that you're supposed to stand up and go get up. You see, knowing yourself helps you build resilience. I can see we're still typing. Shayo says, write what you want to imbibe in yourself or what beliefs you need to have on papers and stick it all over the house where you can see them always. Amazing. Yes. That is one way to do it. I'm strong. I'm resilient. I'm going somewhere. I know who I am. If you have to paste it everywhere till it sinks, you paste it. Paste it. Put it on your wallpaper. We have resilience. I created resilience wallpapers through the Resilience Company, which is where I teach and coach people and organizations on resilience. And you can find that at the Resilience Company. Just click the link in bio and download the free wallpapers for your phone. So every time, I always tell people to put this thing on their phone so that whenever you open your phone, you are seeing a resilient affirmation. You're seeing something that reminds you that you're resilient. So you can download that at the Resilience Company. The link is there in bio for free. Olunike says, stand and stare straight to your challenges. Erase the negativities about life. So good. I love it. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. So I was talking about self-awareness as a pillar to resilience. It is so important. I want to share a story with us about the eagle and the chicken, right? It's really about, I don't know if you've heard that story where an eagle was in the midst of chickens, right? And he was behaving like a chicken. He actually thought it was a chicken because for some reason the egg was, where the chicken was, and it was a chicken that actually helped him hatch. So when he came into life, he just felt he was a chicken, right? And he was growing up with chickens until one day he realized that there was something different about him, and he would look at the eagles flying, and something would be calling him to eat that. Can I fly like this? What if I can fly like this? But he just kept feeling like, I want to fly, I want to fly. Until one day when he realized that, he could actually fly, right? And I think something happened. Maybe there was like a predator that came, and the other chickens were running away. And as he was trying to flap his wings, actually realized that he could actually fly, right? And there are many people like that. There are a lot of goats that maybe might be around you, and you're a lion. And because you've been surrounded by goats all your life, you think you're a goat. I'm here to tell you that you're not a goat. You're a lion. You're not a chicken. You're an eagle. How do I know? See, you were made as a human being, you were made to be strong. It's in you. It's just that over time, life has bossed you. Life has knocked you down in a way that made you believe that you're not strong or you cannot handle whatever comes your way. You are actually an eagle. You are a lion. You are strong. You are born with courage. But courage is not found in you wishing. It is found in doing. It is not the absence of fear, really. It is really what you do in spite of the fear. All right. So self-awareness is really, really critical. It's about being in tune with what you're thinking and feeling every point. You're able to know who you are. You can identify your thoughts. Okay, this is not a good thought. Your feelings, your behaviors. Yeah, why am I feeling this way? Did I wake up when I slept? Did I sleep late? Why did I behave like this? Am I stressed? Maybe I should take a rest. You get how it's like self-awareness is having a clear perception of your personality, having a clear perception. You are able to know this is who I am. It's really about a combination, your thoughts, your beliefs, your values, what motivates you, your emotions, what are your predominant emotions, what triggers the certain emotions when they are triggered, why do you think the way you think, the last time you thought like this, why? Are you getting me? I'm just trying to help you see yourself in a certain way and help you know yourself. Is it because of something that you saw? Why did you react this way? Because we need to actively think the right thing so that we can feel the right feelings and behave the right way. It really starts from here. It really starts from here. Resilience starts from here. And in self-awareness is really about questioning your thoughts, your beliefs, and if your values do not make sense, create new values, because values are what you stand for. And if you stand for these things, it will help you build resilience if you stand for the right things. So you need to understand yourself. What are your core values? Do you have integrity as your core value? When something wants to happen, are you able to say, no, I won't do this because this thing does not match with my values? So, yeah, know yourself. Know yourself so that your core values, your beliefs, these things will guide you. Not what will people say or what people say or what people do. If you are very self-aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself. You can manage your emotions. You are able to know when to. People are like, why are you not angry? You're like, because you know yourself. So instead of getting depressed, when something is looking like, okay, nothing is happening in your life, you are aware that, okay, this is my season right now. Okay. It's like right now, I just need to rest, recuperate. You're not under pressure. Hey, let me try to keep up with the journey. You're not trying to please anybody. You know yourself. If when you know yourself, you're able to align your behavior with your values. You're able to now say, okay, I'm not moved by what someone thinks or what anybody feels. When you enter a place, how do you act? It's really all this is about knowing yourself. So you see, resilience is, let's assume that somebody enter a place and somebody insults me, for example. Like, look at you, see your head. Because I'm resilient, I will smile like, this person feels small. That's why this person is trying to make me feel small, because I'm not feeling small. I can't feel small. Your comments can't make me feel small. Your comment is too small to make me feel small. Are you getting this? When you are self-aware, you will not try to be like them. They will try to be like you, because you'll be conscious of who you are. You will be conscious of what you carry. That's the idea. That's it. That's it. That's it. Are we still here? Are we still here? Are we still here? You will try not to you will not be trying to fit in. All you'll be doing is standing out. You know, something happened to me one time like that, and someone told me to buy a shirt, and I said, it's too early. The notice is too short. Say, but you have the money. I say, yes, but I've budgeted my money for other things, and you can't tell me to buy a shirt 2 days and tell me that if I don't buy it, something's going to happen. So I'm not going to buy it. And the next comment the person said is, if you don't buy this shirt, you'll be the odd one out and you feel left out. I laughed. And I said, actually, I'm used to being the odd one out. I actually love it. And the person looked at me like, I'm like, yes, I'm no offense. I would have tried to buy it, but now that you even mentioned that I'll be the odd one out, I actually do love it. So I'm not buying it. And that's how I didn't buy it. Do you know yourself? So you will not be swayed by any little challenge that comes. Everything, your heart is beating. Hey, they said that this will happen. Oh God. Resilient people, their hearts does not beat anyhow. They control their emotions. They know when to react and when not to react. They know when to respond. That's it. That's it. I can see that Adiola is here. The next pillar of resilience is mindfulness. I hope we're learning mindfulness. Mindfulness is really about living in the moment and being in the present. It's really a state of being active, like being attentive to the present, not the past. Not the past. Some of us are so aware of the past that has happened to us, something that was painful, that was bitter, something that somebody did, something that we were before. Let's say you were a particular level. Now that you are now in one level, you are still living in the past. That's not being mindful. When you keep on having thoughts of what has happened, thoughts of what happened, thoughts of when you were, back things, you're not being mindful. Mindfulness is being attentive to the present. It's you meditating through the lens of being aware. Do you understand? When you worry, you're meditating. It's just that you're meditating negatively. Can I say that again? When you worry, you are meditating, but you're meditating negatively. So you're thinking, I just lost in thought. Hey, my bills. Oh God. Oh, what's going to happen in December? Oh God. You're not saying it aloud, but you're worried. That is you meditating. But when you are actively thinking about this, your new mindset now, your resilient mindset, when you're actively thinking about the positives and, the positive things, positive perception of your challenges, you are meditating in the right way. So you meditate whether you know it or not. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So mindfulness is you intentionally catching your thoughts. So when that thought that comes to say, you will die in this challenge, you will never come out of this. You will never. All your money will finish. This business will not work. And those things that make you to run away from something you're supposed to go towards, right? You are like, no. Oh yeah. Negative thoughts, back. And then you now go ahead and replace it with a positive thought. There's something I always say, and it is that positive thoughts do not combat negative thoughts. It is positive words that combat negative words. So again, as a Christian, the Bible says that the entrance of God's word brings light. And sometimes that word that brings light might not come from the Bible itself. It might come from when somebody is saying something to you that carries light, that can drive away darkness. And you yourself, by yourself, you can say the right words in a way that drives out the darkness. I love it, Adeola. She says, I'm the queen of standing out in the crowd. As the, don't give me that. Just tell me to buy it. Don't, I'm so aware of you can't tell me that. Don't tell me that. They were surprised, but I said, that's my response. I'm not buying it. I'm not angry, but I'm not buying it. If that is the reason I'm buying, so I'll be, I'm used to it. But when I was a child, say, oh, your own is too much. Why are you doing like this? I'm the only one that saw it. Why the only one that talk? And after some time, I would allow their words and everything they said. I will now cower. I will say, let me not talk. But I realized that my authentic self, when I'm operating in my authentic self, is when I am being that person that God created me to be. And I cannot see nonsense and be looking at the nonsense and be saying, wow, beautiful nonsense. No, you can never find me. I'm not that kind of person. I know myself. I know when I have gone overboard. I know when I've gone underboard. I know when I'm just indifferent. I know myself. And it came through, experiences, through challenges, through self-awareness and these things I'm sharing with you, and through just going through the process. Resilience is a process. It's a process. So be mindful. Mindfulness is so critical, especially in the world that we live in today. If you are not able to catch yourself, wait, though, how am I thinking this? No. Because once you allow the thought and it lingers, it becomes a belief after a while. It becomes a mindset that will grip you, and you just stay there and be crippled. 5 years. I just believe that nothing will come out and you're there. People are coming to the same office, they are making it. You cannot making it because opportunities will come, you will cower, you run away. Who is going to do this? You will say, no, it's not people like us. So, no. Mindfulness is more like minding your mind. Type it in the comments. Minding your mind, like telling yourself that you know what. It's knowing you. It's after you have now known yourself, you are now minding your mind. You are minding yourself that you have now, that yourself that you now know. You're now minding that self, protecting yourself, minding your why. Why am I doing this? Oh, no, I shouldn't be doing this. No. That's mindfulness. When you are aware, you are conscious of who you are everywhere you go, and it's a state of your mind. You are in a state of active, open attention to the present, not the past. Or not even the future, because sometimes you can be wandering into your future like, oh, where are you now? Are you lost? Oh, sorry. Yes, it's good to daydream and just imagine your future, right? And I always teach that when I tell people that when you are trying to see yourself in a better way, you need to actually sometimes just allow yourself imagine your dreams and everything. So that's great. But when it becomes something that takes you all the time unconsciously, you just forget yourself. It's not so good, right? You should be able to be aware. So even when you want to go into meditation, you should be so aware that you go into it consciously. Not every time you are lost, you are walking on the road, you are lost. No. That's anything that is too much is not good. Being aware of now, this moment, being aware of what you are sensing, what you are feeling in the moment, intentionally paying attention to the thoughts and the way you are feeling, the sensations, but without judgment, I want to add. Without judgment or bias. Because sometimes when you now catch yourself and say, hey, I was thinking this thought, oh God, nothing, I cannot, this is short. I can't do this. I'm always failing. Oh God, I actually just thought, oh God, negative thought again. Oh, why now? And then you stay in it and you wallow in it. No. Mindfulness is being present, being active, being aware, but without judgment. So that when you catch yourself, you are able to bounce back. You're not going to say, okay, let me just catch myself and let me just stay there. Hey, I failed. People like us, we don't gym. Let's just rest because yesterday, why am I watching my weight? Yesterday, I ate now. Let me just eat all the food. No, you're like, okay, I ate yesterday. I shouldn't have eaten a particular amount of calories or whatever. Okay, now that I'm aware of it, what do I do next? How do I learn from this? What do I start doing? What do I stop doing? What can I do less? What can I do more? Awareness and mindfulness is what helps you to maintain that your self-awareness, because you are able to catch yourself and say, you know what? I failed the last time, but now when I've made a mistake made more than once, I need to learn the lessons from this thing. I need to make sure that you get what I'm saying. So you need to be aware. Stop that thought before it stops you. Type it in the comments. Stop that thought before it stops you. Slap yourself into self-awareness, right? It allows your mind to really refocus. That's what mindfulness does for you. It helps you refocus on the present moment, right? And there's mindfulness meditation and those kinds of things. And I'm not sure we'll be able to do anything like that here. But if you really want to meditate, as in have mindful meditation, you can just find a quiet place to sit down that is quiet. I recommend the beach a lot. I love the serenity of the beach. I love the water, the waves, the nature. I just love it. I really love it. And whenever I want to have, like be mindful or have like a mindfulness meditation, I go to a quiet place, right? You can actually set a time limit and say, okay, for 5 minutes, set your alarm and say, okay, for 5 minutes, I will just be thinking about the present now, what I want to think about. Just feel, sometimes you might be so like, we live in a fast-paced world. You might be so up and down that you don't even feel your breath. Feel your breath. Be aware. Try to be present. Notice when, if you're trying to think about something, let's say, for example, you want to buy a car next month and you want to be mindful, and you sit still and you're like, okay, a car, my car. And then you close your eyes. Red. I'm inside. I'm driving. You won't be talking. I'm just giving you an example. I'm driving to the mall. As you're doing that, sometimes your mind can wander to the food you put on the fire. But mindfulness, if you are always practicing it, you now come back and say, no, my car. My car. You shift the thoughts back to my car. That's you learning how to be mindful. And when you now find out that you are wandering away, be kind to yourself. Please tell your neighbors, write it in the comments, be kind. Don't now, hey, I like this is not for people like us. No, as you keep doing it, you keep getting better. Number 3 pillar is self-care. Hey, self-care. Women are guilty. Self-care. This one is very important. Self-care is important. You need to pay close attention to yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to care for yourself. And it really comes from loving yourself. You love yourself enough to care for yourself. If you don't love yourself, when things happen to you, you will take it the wrong way. And that way, you will not be building resilience. In fact, the challenge will kill you. You might not be able to come back if you might remain just existing and just say, let's just, and then maybe people like say, I've not done my hair for 1 year. You see people that when you ever notice something, sometimes when people are going to challenges, you notice it first from their look. Can we relate? From their look, you're like, yeah, chai. Yeah, oh, yeah, pele. You get, pele. You don't make your hair, you will not do anything, you just be wearing the same clothes. You never really look at your wardrobe and say, these clothes, they really compliment me. I think I need a change of wardrobe. You just be wearing the same clothes, black, as if you are mourning. But when you care for yourself, have a routine. Tell yourself that, okay, every Monday, I will take care of my hair. Every month, I will take myself out. Every whatever, I will do this and this and this and this. I will eat exactly what I want to eat. Either I take parfait, or I go and buy shawarma, or I go just care for yourself. Like, look after yourself. You are the most important person in your resilience journey. For you to be able to bounce back from adversity or live again, you are the most important. If you fail, what I mean is, if you what's the word? If you fail, it's up to you, really. If you give up, it's up to you. If you decide that you want to be looking like, I don't know, I don't want to use this word, but a hawk, and they put inside water, how the feathers are standing, it's up to you. It's up to you. Brush your hair. Find cream that you take care of yourself. Sleep is one of the most important. Sleep is a core. What is it called? Core. What is that? What is the English word I'm looking for? It's one of the ways to care for yourself. Self-care is rest. Sleep if you have to sleep. When you sleep, you are building resilience. I'm telling you, because sometimes just 5 minutes nap, 10 minutes nap, you are able to now go ahead and do that task and do it well, efficiently well. Sleep. Sleep. Self-care. Sleep is part of self-care. Beauty sleep, or whatever sleep you call it, handsome sleep. But care for yourself. Nobody will come and care for you. Spend time in the bathroom. So don't just worry, oh, rush out. No, spend time. Spend time. Let the water rub on your skin. Look at your skin. Appreciate yourself. Oh, wow. What a skin. See glow. Like, stay with yourself and care for yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself. I don't know, appreciate yourself. I see the way I've did it, as in, appreciate yourself. Because when you are that way, when things happen to you, you would be able to bounce back. Because you have cared for yourself enough to bounce back. Exactly. Henrietta says, go on vacation. The earth will not stop. The moon will not shake. The sun will not stop shining. Rain will not, whatever, even if the mountains quake. Care for yourself. It is such a great pillar of resilience. And one of the parameters of self-care is really sleep. As simple as it sounds. Sleep. Have routine for sleep. Tell yourself that, okay, this day in the whole week, I'll not do anything. I'll just sleep, rest. I'll just be lounging. Yes, it is not going to make you less resilient. Yeah, I said it. So self-care varies for different people, but you know what you need to care for in yourself. Because the world we are living in, multiple challenges. You need to go through life with a sense of energy, vitality, confidence, and self-care is one way that helps you achieve this. When you now come out, you're like, it gives you confidence. Do you understand? You can even say, hi, my name is Anifome. How and you? What's your name? Because you have cared for yourself. You know that, oh, mom, I'm looking good. It's part of it. Number 4 pillar of resilience, positive relationships. Positive relationships. Hey, this one is very important. You cannot be trying to be resilient and you're surrounded by non or unresilient people. Kole work. It doesn't work. Yes, Ogechi says you're the most important person in your resilient journey. Yeah. So why are you not caring for yourself, please? How can you build resilience if you don't care for yourself? Right? So number 4, positive relationships. Is so important. Support. Having the right people around you. Be in a group, a community. Don't be by yourself. Like I said, I want to, in this my journey of bouncing back, in this my journey of living again, I want to be alone. I just like to be alone. Let me just be. You will not bounce back anything. You will bounce into the thing that you are trying to bounce back from. If it's depression that was holding you before, you bounce into it back, not bounce back out. You will bounce back in. Communities, groups of like-minded individuals, positive relationships. Yesterday I was trying to do this and I made a mistake. Oh, don't worry. Stand up and get back up. Like, you need those people around you. You need them. Positive relationships are very, very critical to building resilience. What kind of relationships do you have around you? This is a good time to evaluate them, right? The people that support you and care for you. Is it maybe in your house? You have someone that can help you take care of things while you rest, someone that can help you take stress off you, right? You must have solid connections, build solid connections, build connections. Don't just say, they say I should go and deliver this thing, let me go and deliver it. Or they say I should do this, let me just do it. Let me make a phone call. Hello, yes, bring the book now. Oh, hi, how are you? Try to build connection. Learn to network. Say, I'm a private person. Maybe it's part of the limiting belief that is making you think you're a private person. Learn to network. Be aware of yourself and be aware of other people. That's what it means to be emotionally intelligent. You can. See, and you can't fulfill your purpose on earth or become a person of resilience if you don't have people. You see, I just finished Live Again Summit, and I tell you, I prayed for people. I said, God, I need, and I'm the kind of person that I have realized that I can pray people into my life, because at a particular time in my Live Again journey, when I started living, when I was about to start living again, right? One of the things that happened to me was because I'd become isolated out of depression and different things and all the things I was going through at that time. I started praying. I said, God, I need the right people in my life. I need covenant friendships. I need destiny helpers. I need people that you have crafted in my journey that would help me in this journey, and I would also help. But the people that we are from the same tribe, that you have orchestrated us to come together and help each other, I need them. And at every point in your life, especially in your live again journey, you would have to pray for people at every point. During the live again, so I had to pray, say, God, I need people that will help me. And God helped me get these people. I was in a particular event. I met somebody, she says she does graphic design. The next thing, she said to volunteer. I found somebody else that one volunteered for social media. You need people. If you ever think you can do life alone, you can be resilient alone, or you can live again alone, hey, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. You need positive relationships. Even God said, let us make man. Let us. Let them have dominion. There's no I. If you're an I person, start praying the right people into your life. Ask for them. Call them forth. Open your mouth when you're doing your affirmation. Say, I call forth my helpers. I call forth the right relationships. Call them forth. I'm a living proof. People I have in my life now, how many years ago I didn't have them in my life? Prayer, and I'm still praying because there are more coming, right? So actively develop positive and supportive relationships. Be there for people. Try to be there. You cannot be expecting people to be there for you, and you are not there for anybody. Every day, I always have something to say. I'm not happy. I'm depressed. No money. Please don't be that kind of person. In this life, you attract. You attract who you are, and you get what you give. So if you're not giving anything, what are you expecting to get? So one pillar of resilience is positive relationships, positive and supportive relationships. I'm telling you, don't be so into yourself. You go to a place, you just sit down, carry your phone. That is why I started with mindfulness, and before I came down here, mindfulness helps you to be in the present. Who are those in the room? Oh, wow. Hi, I love your hair. Hi, nice tie. Oh, hi, my name is, you get what I mean? Be in the present. And then the last pillar we'll talk about today is purpose. Purpose. This purpose thing, purpose will keep you grounded. Purpose is one, I call it like, I think it's like the main pillar of resilience. Purpose. Once you have purpose, or you have a purpose for something, you will follow that thing now. I mentioned Dangote. Yeah, Tochi says, look for someone whose today looks like the tomorrow you want. Yes, someone even shared that at the Live Again Summit. Look for someone today that looks like the tomorrow you want. Follow that person. And I want to dwell here because sometimes we allow money to limit us from the things we want to do. And money is like the least. Because you see, when you have the right mindset, you are able to see opportunities to get that thing, even if you don't have the money. Let me give you an example. I listened to a particular guy speak at Excellence in Leadership Conference by Daystar. I think this was years ago. And the guy said he has like many businesses. And one of the things he said that I really, really, I can't forget was that whenever he wants to do a business, for example, someone tells him, can you deliver shirts? He's like, yeah. And he doesn't have shirts business. So see, resilient mindset, you will just see a way out of everything. Like you will not be a person that feels like, oh, I can't not even be a dictionary because there's a way. I can do it. Yes, give it to me. I can do it. If you can't do it, you will find someone that can do it. And indirectly, you are doing it now. So the guy said, just went, okay, give me, you want how many shares do you want? 50. I can supply. He went to the people that supply shares, was looking for people up and down. He said, give me 50 shares. I'll give you your money in so period. They gave him the shirts. He gave the person that ordered the shirts, and he got his money. He paid them the money and took his balance. So in that kind of scenario now, is it money that is the problem? You need to actively go towards what you want. If you see someone that is a blessing to you, or someone that you need to have in your corner or your space, don't allow money say, oh, the person is too rich. Me, I don't, if it's short, they say I should pay a particular amount of money. I don't have it. Let me just, I put up on my page. I don't know if any of you are following me on Instagram at Enifomes Speaks. In 2018, I wanted to do a course. Now, I need to say this to encourage somebody. I had just started my Live Again journey in 2018. And so I had lost everything. Money, relationship, everything. I didn't have anything, even property. I lost everything. Everything. I had to start from scratch. But I was hungry. Hey, there was this course. This course was just, I think, 40K or 60K. I'm not even sure of the amount. For just 5 days, I'll be 3 days. But I knew that this course, I must do it. I think I paid 10K the day the course started. I beg, please, I need to get in. I think I paid 10K for the course. And after the 10K, I now paid the other installments later on, right? But I was able to finish the course. I think after the course, I now paid the last balance like a week or 2 weeks after. How bad do you want it? Purpose grounds you. Purpose grounds you. It helps you build resilience. Purpose helps you build resilience. You are able to understand that this is who I am. Why am I here? Your gifts, your talents, your skills, they're not here to serve just in yourself. They're here to serve people. So as you find your purpose, as you stay in your purpose, as you begin to serve others with the lessons you've learned, your gifts, your skills, like me, I use my speaking gift to serve you, right? As you do that, even if there's no light, you will find light and go and do what you're supposed to do. That's resilience there. But because you have a purpose, you know that this is a purpose for something. Something that will help somebody. You don't keep it to yourself. You share it on your page. You are waking up to something that this is the reason why I'm alive. This is the reason why I'm here. And purpose is not one big thing that will not come upon you, really. It's in those steps that you're taking. Give me a second. So it's not one big thing that comes upon you. It's really about obedience or starting from where you are. Those daily steps that you take towards other people, using your gifts to serve. That's how purpose starts, right? I have a training on my YouTube about purpose. Just go there. It's Woman Wake Up, Purpose, Profitability, and Productivity. It will bless you. It will bless you. So I'm going to stop here for today. These are the pillars of resilience that I want us to share. And as you build these areas, you are building your resilience. There are 7 C's of resilience, which is competence, confidence, connection, character, contribution, coping, and control. And these are still around these pillars. If you break them down, you get to see that your competence is built over the years as you go through these challenges. Your confidence is built because you've gone through and you now know what to do. So next time when you see that same challenge, you know exactly what to do. Connection, like I said, about positive relationships. You're able to build connection with people gradually because you've learned how to build resilience. Every time you try to talk to someone and the person is like, okay, you learn something new. So really, resilience is really in all of these things. Character. You build your character as you go, as a person. You become more self-aware. You're able to know yourself. Contribution, which is purpose. You need to contribute to society. Don't just be me. Find out how you can be a blessing to another person, right? Coping, you learn to cope with challenges as you proceed. Control, you're now able to catch yourself and say, you know what, I'm not doing this, I'm doing that. So I think that's all I have for you today on building resilience. And I believe that if you're able to apply all these things I've mentioned today, you'll be able to build resilience. I will be sharing the resilience test assessment on the Live Again community page, and I will put it, I'll find a way to put it under this video. If that is possible, I will try to see that or direct you to where you're going to get it and do your test or assessment, okay? Yeah, so don't forget to go to the Resilience Company on Instagram to download the resilience wallpapers for your phone. Yes, because you need to put them in your where you're going to be seeing them to be able to help you to keep on building resilience. Is there anything that you would like to share with me that you learned just before we wrap up? Or are there any questions, excuse me, Are there any questions? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Please let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know. Never ever run away from challenges anymore. If you have a goal, move towards your goals. Anything you want to do in this life, just advance towards it. That actually helps you build resilience too. Just go for it. Go for it. Courage is not found in wishing, it is found in doing. You can't be one day, I will. You now turn it to song. At the end of the day, you're not doing anything. You can't find courage by wishing. You must actively do. And then you begin to build courage. And courage is related to resilience. As you do, you get more resilient because you're like, okay, I've done it before. So what's the new thing? When that, yeah, I've been there, I've done that. Yeah. One of those things. You even look at it as a problem. All right. Do we have any questions just before we go? Any questions? We're done with building resilience webinar. Can you say that you've built your resilience to a point, or at least you've learned how to build resilience? I will take you through the assessment, and when I see your score, I'll be able to give you the right kind of coaching or the right kind of consultations or consultation or clarity that you need to be able to move from, your resilient point to a more resilient point with your peculiar journey. So I'll do that for you. All right. Is that all? Are we still here? I'm about to leave. Are we still here? Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And I'm really happy that you came, and I'm sure you've learned. I can see your comments. You cannot give what you don't have. You attract who you are. You attract what you are. Positive relationships, very crucial and important. Appreciate yourself. Look for someone whose today looks like the tomorrow you want. Cultivate positive relationships. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, I have to leave now. We're done with the teaching on building resilience. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to help you. Okay? Knowing how to control your emotions, being aware of yourself all the time, building confidence in yourself. Stop living in regrets. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Minding my mind, minding myself, minding my why. Woo! So good. I love it, Adeola. Stop. Okay, says stop that thought before it stops you. Exactly. Thank you so much. I was blessed. Okay. Thank you, Shaya. Thank you for coming. Thank you. In self-care, good. I love it. So take care of yourself. Yourself is the most important part of your resilience journey, your living again journey, your life. You are the most important factor. So take care of yourself, and that includes the kind of friends you keep. Protect your space. Don't pick any call that will make you depressed. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Try to be a people pleaser all the time. Once you're aware of yourself, you now care for yourself and say, no, I can't allow this toxicity around me. You protect the air around you too, because you know that if that air around you is negative to affect you. So yeah. All right. Thank you very much for coming. We've come to the end of this teaching. Bye-bye. I think I'll leave the replay till evening before we take it down. Okay. Bye-bye.